This is one of the rare times that I leave completely by myself. I am going to rendezvous with the boys to go to my pain management appointment. It is beautiful and fall-like here today, and I'm excited to get out on the road. Look at that prettiness. The wind is blowing. It's just lovely. See how everything is changing with the leaves? Isn't that pretty? This is just down our little road. Look at the carpet of leaves. This is so different from the last time y'all would have seen it most recently. Isn't that fun? Here's some more a little further down the road. Time to check the P.O. box. Here we go. Would you look at that? Got something waiting. And now here we go to the pain management. So you can probably tell I'm traveling in style, being ferried. I have to do some of the wheeling myself so that I can get some exercise. That is my purse sitting on a chair. And here I am sitting in Mabel, who helps me be more able. So yeah, I am here at the pain management doctor in Tennessee. I am maybe gonna give y'all a little show of the room, but then once the doctor is in here, I probably won't be, or I think it might be a nurse practitioner, is in here, I probably won't I probably won't be able to give you any more of this. So we'll see what we can get the disembodied voice to do after we leave here, because he's all business about it and we may want to go somewhere. He'll end up doing what we want to do, I think, and that's typically the case. So you've seen my purse over there. And look, they have this little screen that pops up with little sayings and stuff on it. I had Deepak Chopra on there. Audrey Hepburn quote was on there. And then there's a little piece of a span over there. And then it's pretty clean and pristine other than that. Here we go. It says success is liking yourself, liking what you do and liking how you do it. That is Dr. Maya Angelou. Mischief managed. Now we have to find something to eat. We have used this out of town opportunity to come to Publix. Can y'all see those raspberries? 2 for $10. $5 for each of those. That's ridiculous. Supper is served. I'm having turkey and veggie sandwich. The disembodied voice is having meatball. And the handy helper is having fried chicken.
Still afraid.
Here is the fourth scrap of the day, which is a piece of the carton in which my new runner tape came. So I got some Scotch runner tape. That's a permanent tape. I've got some repositionable kind too. So I thought I would put that there. I really like that. It's so much fun. I think I'm probably going to get maybe 3 or 4 more on that row. It's nice to look at, and it will stack up nicely. The Pen Pal letter that I got today from Michigan used handmade paper from Nepal in the heart of the Himalayas in South Asia. She drew me this cute Be Different illustration, which I think is just adorable. It's just bees of different shapes being different, and she keeps bees. So what else did she send me? Well, I've got this on top of my Pen Pal from Finland one. I got a cutie patootie paper clip. I think that's a snail. Is that a snail? No, it's a bee. It's a bee. How cute is that? I guess that could be, that is a bee or a bat. I think it's a bee though, just out of context because she does that. And this looks like it's handmade too, this tag. Oh, let's see what she says. She says, oh, you know what this is, y'all? Oh my gosh, this is one of those pieces of paper that you can put in the ground and grow the seeds from. It says, these handmade items are from paper formed 1 sheet at a time in Seattle. They are made with 100% post-industrial waste and are 100% tree-free, acid-free fiber. Embedded in this stock is our unique North American wildflower seed blend. The seeds need 4 hours a day of direct sunlight With constant watering until established, I will do them in a pot inside. Whoops. The plants can grow as tall as 3 feet. You believe that? The seeds include snapdragon, petunia, beard tongue, daisy, thyme, poppy, foxglove, and catchfly, maiden pinks, and chamomile. It says plant flat under 1/4 inch of soil. Keep moist and enjoy. How much fun! This is going to be absolutely all right by me, she wrote. As a retired librarian, it goes without saying I love reading. You will almost certainly receive a bookmark with each letter. I will almost certainly be so happy because y'all, do you remember this about me from other videos? If you have watched, and if you haven't yet and haven't had an opportunity to learn, I not only love reading, but I am low-key, in the best way possible, obsessed with bookmarks. In the city where this pen pal is living is the capital of dahlias. Some people, I guess, say dahlia. I've always said dahlia. And this is a reproduction of a painting of dahlias. And she said that Nick Koenig, however you would pronounce that, it's Koenig, operated Lakeside Gardens, and he bred dahlias in the 1930s and 40s. So in honor of that, he was called the Dahlia King of America starting in 1958, I believe. So that is so cool. It turns out that even the paper upon which this letter is written is impregnated with seeds. And she says you can plant this paper and watch the flowers bloom. The sheets are embedded with a combination of tiny seeds that will grow in North America. This sheet, she says, includes at least 10 annual and perennial species which will tolerate partial shade. And then she gives the other instructions for them. And up here she tells about how where it is made, the rural craftspeople who make this make it from the Daphne bush. It's farmed and harvested from 3 to 4 year old plants, and even when they're cut and stripped of their bark, they're not destroyed. They regenerate from the root, and the whole thing is eco-friendly. And they use all of it, including to heat their homes, and then they eventually start making this pulp for the paper out of it. You might be able to read some of that. There are some kitty cats beyond the desk and the pens and all the stationery who would like to eat, and I think that's about to happen for them. Oh, did you see Noogie just found something to chase? Y'all, your friend Patty is exhausted. It's a great day. It's been a wonderful day. What a privilege. But I did go to pain management, and that was great. The ladies that I saw were phenomenal. There was the pain management practitioner, and then there was a student who's, I think, in just about to be ready to be standing on her own, and so that was fantastic. And I'll be talking with her a lot. What I'm looking for, if you wonder, after all the pen pal goodnesses, right? Oh, how lovely. What a lovely set of gifts. How thoughtful, y'all. How thoughtful my pen pals are. So I picked some stuff up to send to Katya in Finland. And then I was going to tell you something about how they're going to begin my treatment. So I have not shared this, but I have not been, I'm trying to get all my little pamphlets out here so I can let you know, I have not really been taking much for pain. I don't want to take opioids for a variety of reasons. I could have them. They will give them to me pretty much anywhere. But, and I would, I don't know. I just don't want to take them, and here's why. Primarily, I would like to say first and foremost, I don't want to get addicted, and that is a big deal. I don't want to get addicted to them, and I don't judge anyone who does, because pain is a serious deal. And I understand how people can get addicted, and it's that awareness, I think, that tends to keep me from wanting to take them. But once you've begun that, it's kind of hard not to want to continue, and then it becomes a physiological dependence, and it's certainly not the fault of the person who becomes addicted. If a person has enough of that medication and is unregulated enough, we've got to ask, why is that, right? Why are we not keeping better tabs on it and taking better care of people? But that is also not really the first reason. The first reason for me is, y'all, can I get a witness? Constipation. opioids are constipation machines, and it is miserable, and who wants that? So when I did have them in the past, I never liked them, and I hardly ever took more than 2 out of a whole prescription because of the way that it made me feel, if you see what I'm saying. The way it did not move me. We'll go ahead and say that. So what they're going to try for me now is this Metanix. It's METANX. And she pronounced it like that. But this is something you get compounded. It's a prescription medical food specifically formulated to help manage damage to your nerves caused by peripheral neuropathy, which is what I have. Mine is non-diabetic, but it is peripheral neuropathy. And she said, and this particular practitioner said that her husband takes it, it works for him. It's a really specific combination of B vitamins, right? But it's medically recognized as something that can help neuropathy, and there used to be nothing to help neuropathy. So that I've got to read up on this, and I've got to do some research on that, but that is one of the things they prescribed to me, and that will be put together by a compounding pharmacy. And so will this, apparently. This is called, no, that's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. What is the other thing that I'm taking? Y'all, bear with. There's something else. It also has to be compounded. Maybe I need to go, I'll check it out and then I'll come back. How's that sound? I say that as if y'all could talk to me, but I almost feel like you could. I'm back. I knew I had heard of it before, but I kept having a hard time calling it to my mind. It's low dose naltrexone, and I've heard of that before. A low dose of it is, high doses of it are used for other things, including treatment of addiction and things like that. But low doses are used for complex pain regions, I think, is what part of my diagnosis is. It's used for pain that comes from things like fibromyalgia, or, what is it? My mind just drew a blank. Pain caused from autoimmune conditions, pain caused from rheumatoid conditions. There it goes. Pain. I'm tired, y'all. Pain caused by hypermobile connective tissue disorders, which is what it is for me. So it's complex pain that is far-reaching. This is what that's used for. You'll have to tell me if you've ever heard of that before. And I will do some research myself. And in the next few days, hopefully I'll be able to share with you more that I have learned. For now, I am going to continue writing on my letter to my friend in Finland. I will end up probably tomorrow returning the letter to my friend, the farmer and beekeeper and gardener in Michigan. So that'll be fun. So I hope you've done something today to remind you how special you are. I mean, I think in a way, my going to pain management was a way to do that, because I've been putting it off for a really long time. And I've just really suffered, to be honest. And there are ways that I might not have to as much. And so I'm glad that I took the time to figure that out. So blessed, so grateful. Right now, I am having a thoughtfully made iced coffee with Chobani pumpkin spice. So it's Fairlife milk, the ultra filtered milk, with Stoke cold brew decaffeinated coffee. And I'm looking at it like it's going to tell me. And pumpkin spice, Chobani pumpkin spice creamer, just a splash of that, because a little of that goes a long way. I hope you know how loved you are. Oh my goodness, I love you so much. And I hope you will continue to go with me in peace and love to serve others. Please do pray for the whole world with a special intention for Ukraine.